Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass. For that ass.
For that ass, for that
No
ass.
Diddy, no Diddy.
No Diddy today. It's November the 8th, 2024. We thank you so much for listening to us. We mentioned it earlier in the week on the wrap-up show. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones, legendary
Quincy Jones.
musician, writer, producer, composer, passed away
All of
age
that.
of 91.
That's
And
a good
we'll get
life.
into some birthdays on November the 10th. John Rahm, Spanish
John
golfer, U.S. Masters winner, U.S. Open winner,
John Rahm.
born on that day, November the 10th. Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, played for the Boston Celtics, got a ring now with ESPN. Dante Stallworth, NFL wide receiver, born on this day. Legendary receiver for the Rams, Isaac Bruce, Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Shares a birthday, November 10th. And, oh, man, I got to give him props for his birthday, but he's a lousy coach here lately. Mike McCarthy for the Dallas Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy.
Hey,
man.
Mike, happy birthday.
I hope he can get a win on his birthday weekend.
You need a win desperately.
He needs a win.
You got Cooper Rush and Trey Lance as the backup, and they say he hadn't grasped that offense.
Who, Trey Lance?
Yeah,
he was using people doing his homework at North Dakota State.
North Dakota State, yeah.
He didn't have to try hard. He had everything. I ain't gonna speak for him. I ain't gonna say that allegedly. But honestly, watching that quarterback show, you got to be sharp.
Oh, you got to be on it.
You can't only be athletic, bro. If you ain't got that mental here, all them plays, all them formations that you got to remember, just to saying the play alone.
Just to say the play with about 40 words in one play. That can mean go left or right.
Exactly. I just changed it up. I put an S on it.
Right. And yeah. ZYX, overload, double kill, swoop, piece of chocolate,
shawty,
guacamole.
Scotty Too Hottie, Z Right 7, Wrangler, jeans, boots, pants, on one.
Shirt. Right.
On set.
On three.
Right. You like, dang.
But what about the ones that are slow? It's like some of the running backs or some of the offensive linemen.
Right.
If you don't have the right protection or you don't block into the right scheme, you can mess up. Sometimes you do see that, like the quarterback will throw one way, the wide receiver went another way.
He'll hit it off this way, the running back running this way, and they're like, You said S. You said Z.
Trey, I don't know what they were talking about him on the show this morning. Like, you would think with his athletic ability and running skills that he could change it up for Dallas a little bit, give them a more running quarterback.
You think it'd be
different
like a
dimension.
Right, like a more mobile Dak. You know what I'm saying? As far as just, what do he win? Number 2? What do he win? Number 1 or 2?
Number 3.
Number 3?
49ers traded up to get him. They wasted some draft picks.
Man.
Now, they look like heroes for letting them go, but you look like a zero for going after him in the first place.
You could have had another little pass rusher.
Oh, shoot. They could have had quite a few players.
I'm trying to think who went in that draft. Yeah.
Well, that's the one with Mac Jones and all those boys. So, yeah.
Definitely could have got a pass rusher. I got to go do my due
diligence. Avatar went 1. What's his name? Zach Wilson went 2. Trey Lance went 3. Mac Jones went like around 10, 11. Damn, if somebody else that's decent, he was like 14th, 15th. Damn, who was that? Justin Fields was in that one, wasn't he? In that the draft he was in?
I think Kyle Pitts was in that one too.
Probably. I think you're right.
Let me see.
I remember I was excited. I'm like, oh, man, we got a decent quarterback.
Right.
A mobile quarterback and kind of do what Kaepernick used to do.
Right.
And no. Anyway.
Right.
Moving on to a little history. November 10th. On this day, Bernie Kosar ends an NFL record of 308 passes without an interception. In 1991, Martina Navratilova ties Chris Everett with 157 pro tennis tournament wins. In 1988, Oral Hershiser Was
88.
23-8. He was a unanimous choice
88.
as the NL Cy Young Award winner. In 1983, Marvelous Marvin Hagler retains his world middleweight boxing title with a 15-round unanimous decision over Roberto Duran at Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. It was the first time Hagler had taken a fighter to the distance as the champ, or the first time he was taking the distance as champ. That was a good fight, 1983. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So those are the birthdays. That's some of the history for November 10th.
11/10.
All right, D. I got a new segment for us. I love
what we got.
rolling out new segments.
Let's do
this one is called One Word. So I'm going to give you a name of a person. All of these are football related. I kept it football related today.
Okay.
And I'll give you the name. You got one word. First thing comes to mind. Raheem Morris.
Legit.
Good one. Okay. Kirk Thuggins.
Surprised.
Patty Mahomes.
Champ.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson.
Woo, electric.
Caleb Williams.
These are all random too. This is the first thing that pops in my head. Caleb Williams.
Right, now that's how I want it to be.
Drake.
NFL Drake. Chi-Town Drake.
That's the Chi-Town Drake.
Jaden Daniels.
Truth.
Derrick Henry.
Ah, beast.
Andy Reid.
Genius.
Dan Campbell.
Bold.
I like that.
I like that. It's like a therapy session. It's one word. But yeah, those are just all random, but I like that segment.
So for me, Raheem Morris, unproven. Kirk Thuggins. I like yours when you say surprising. That's a good one. Patrick Mahomes, champion. Lamar Jackson, waiting.
Loading.
Yeah.
Buffering.
I'm waiting.
Right.
Yeah.
Still.
We're still waiting. Caleb Williams, learning.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, he's a winner. I don't know if I said winner for anybody else, but he's a winner to me. Derrick Henry. Damn, I had what'd you say? Beast?
I said beast.
Yeah, I had something
like monster.
Yeah, no,
like
I had, and I like that when the first thing came to my mind as I was coming up with these. For him, rejuvenated. That was the word I had for him. Rejuvenated.
There you go.
Yeah. Andy Reid, underrated.
Oh,
he's underrated as a coach.
I think.
And Dan Campbell, I said he was crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking. I said gutsy, crazy. So I was just trying to like bold, just
he's very bold,
but fiery though, because he does it in a good way.
Yep. Yeah.
I think now.
Yeah, and he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy in a good way.
He believes. He believes in his team.
Crazy, but he's crazy that he doesn't care.
Right.
What you think about us? I don't care what you think about me. This is what we're gonna be. And I still go back to his press conference where he's talking about biting off kneecaps. I want players that want to play hard and want to bite your kneecaps off.
Yeah, like
and he's got a tough team.
He does. They do play tough.
They play tough. They personify his whole demeanor. So yeah, that's our new segment.
I like
One
that.
word.
This
word. Week it was NFL. Next week we're going to do NBA.
Ooh.
I got some players in mind who we're going to roll out. But yeah, I like that. This segment is called This is the Person Many Are Overlooking, and it refers to the MVP race. And so I start off after last night's Thursday night football win. Lamar Jackson showed why he's more than likely going to be the MVP of the league. This will be his third
It's
one.
looking good so far.
But will this be the year that he couples that with a Super Bowl win? And I say, if the defense continues to play like last night,
oh man,
they probably won't. Because I don't see them beating Kansas City
they can't stop nobody.
Buffalo to get there. I might even take Pittsburgh.
I can see him beating Buffalo. Buffalo to me always like when it comes down to those games, I just see them. They just fold to me because I haven't. Just in past history, they haven't won a lot of marquee games like a Ravens, Kansas City. I think when it just real matters, I think they just fold for some reason. Sometimes they get punked in in that big fight,
get hit in the mouth, and then they run.
And they run. Kansas City's not running. Kansas City almost. You saw when Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs were down. This is almost like, oh, perfect. That now I got some excitement because I don't feel like they get. I don't feel like. I think it's too easy.
It's almost like they're going through the motions.
Right
now we got something to play for.
Okay, we're behind the touchdown. Okay, bet now we can get, and it's just so effortless. Yeah, I think this is the year for. This is the year for Lamar to actually set himself up because Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, didn't win, but he needs to make a Super Bowl appearance at least. I think he definitely needs to win one, but I think just to get some type of just, okay, you need to at least make it there. Get there. See how you perform in there.
Off your back for real.
Exactly. But like you said, if the defense plays like it did last night, it's not stopping.
It's not stopping.
It's not stopping nobody.
It's not anybody. It's like a stop Orchard Farm.
Man, but shout out to Orchard Farm for getting that win.
Shout out to Orchard Farm, and we did as we said we would do.
And they played. I think
we
did
support Chris Lindoff and his team.
They blasted
nice outing.
Yeah, they blasted their opponent.
Lutheran St. Charles.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna put them on blast, but
hey, since you said they blasted them,
they blasted them, man.
Oof, yeah,
it was a
good time.
Dominant performance.
Well, let me finish this segment.
Go ahead.
So the person that I was just setting it up with Lamar. He's obviously gonna win that third, but the person that we're overlooking, and he's on a historic pace, is Jared Goff. He's completed almost 83% of his passes in the last 6 games. He has 140.1 passer rating since week 3. The best 6-game stretch in NFL history by a quarterback with at least 100 attempts. The last 30 times Goff has targeted Amon-Ra St. Brown. He had no incompletions. So I targeted you 30 times. You caught all 30 of them. So he may be the person we're overlooking, but I got a feeling that all odds say it's going to be Lamar Jackson's award to lose. But don't sleep on Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is
a hell of a year. Now, a lot of people are playing him like Purdy was played last year. He's winning because of all the pieces around him. But the dude, he said he's on a mission to prove that I'm not going to turn the ball over. I'm not going to fumble. I'm not going to throw any careless interceptions. I'm going to take care of the football and let my weapons do what they need to do. And he's doing that.
No, I think definitely
he's got to be a close number 2.
He's a close number 2, but they were showing some of Lamar's games. He's got 24 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he's got more touchdowns this year than he had last year when he won the award.
And we're going into week 10.
Week 10. He's still got 7 more games to do something.
And then what I saw yesterday, I think
he's making it look too easy.
He out there hooping. He went back around on this one play, and then he was just he wasn't even moving fast, but he was just moving fast enough to where he jipped. And then I think he almost scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
On that play, he was like 10 yards back, and he went all the way around. You thought he was going to take a sack, and then somehow he squeezed out of it, was shaking, juking.
Every time you think you're about to sack him, he gets away.
But now he does need to have some ball security. I just don't like how he's careless with.
Yeah, he is very loose with the ball.
Pause. But looking at the numbers, it's hard for him. It's hard for him not to win another MVP.
It's hard for somebody to take it away from him
because they're winning. They're winning games. He looks great.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm a big Lamar fan too. But I think it is time for him to make that step of being okay. You're great in the regular season. Can that
translate into postseason?
Into postseason
and a championship.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, son. I like that.
That
This
was
one,
real good.
this one is called "Where Should It Be?"
Where should it be?
St. Louis or Kansas City?
Okay.
And I don't know if this is going on quietly behind the scenes, but Jason Tatum is going up against Patty Mahomes.
Oh,
They're
Patty.
both bidding for a WNBA team to come to their respective cities.
Ah, dang.
So JT's trying to get one here, and Patty Mahomes is trying to get one in Kansas City.
Hey, why can't the light skins come together? Y'all supposed to come together.
Where it's gonna be in Columbia.
Right. Let's meet me. Just meet me in what's the song? Just meet. Oh yes, meet me in the middle or something like that. Dang.
We need it here.
Yeah, we need it here.
They already have women's soccer. They got the baseball team, football team. We've got baseball. We got
let
soccer.
Them have the
and
women's,
got
and we can
hockey.
get a men's team.
They're not coming here, D.
So
I think the next expansion to be Vegas, or I think they're
Yeah.
talking about going back to Seattle with the team.
Yeah, I mean, you think we'll support women's basketball though?
I think so. This is a sports town. They supported the Spirits back in the day, the St. Louis Spirit. They were a good team. Me and Pops used to go down there and watch them, your grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
We had tickets we would go to, and they were quite fun to watch, very talented. I think so. And then with the players in the league, that'd be our chance to go see Caitlin Clark and go see Angel Reese, Nafisa.
Caitlin.
See the champions, the Liberty. I'd love to see Vegas.
Liberty.
Asia Wilson and Kelsey Plum.
That's crazy that they both battling for it too.
Right.
Mahomes gonna mess around and get that mug.
Damn.
Mahomes seems like he got a little more pull.
I just don't know.
I guess it all depends on your bread and your funds, right? Too.
They're teaming up with the right folks,
right? And the market too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think so.
We support the soccer. I mean, we support the XFL. Like
and support the soccer in a way. I forgot about the USFL or XFL. What is it?
Yeah, we got the Battlehawks.
UFL. I don't even know what the real name is, but I know what you're saying. The Battlehawks.
The Battlehawks now.
Yeah, because they got 6 home games this year.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have 6 games. They got 2 extra games that other teams don't have. Man, I just think we need some kind of basketball representation here in St. Louis. But yeah, they're both going head to head trying to get that team landed. So that's like, where should it be? I say right here in St. Louis.
Of course, we're biased. I think St. Louis.
I'm on JT's side. Let's get it here, JT. This one's called Karma is a Bee.
Karma is a bee.
Karma is a bee. Remember how last year about this time Doc Rivers came out of the booth to take the Milwaukee Bucks job when they had a winning record. And once he came on board, they really didn't improve much. Got bounced in the playoffs. Guess how they're doing early on this season? 13th place in the Eastern Conference.
Damn.
They're right ahead of Toronto and last place Philadelphia. They've only got 2 wins on the young season. Yeah. They're playing horribly.
Is Giannis and them playing?
Huh?
Is Giannis and Dame playing?
Yeah. And they're getting blown out. Some of the games aren't even pretty.
What happened?
It's I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're not feeling Doc.
Is you effing with them?
Man, they're not effing with them. Looks like my boys got beat. Looks like the Warriors got beat by Cleveland.
Yeah, they got.
Cleveland is real. They're 10-0.
Cleveland.
They're the only undefeated NBA team so far.
Dang,
We'll start getting into a little more NBA as we go along. Over these next few weeks.
This is for you.
Yeah, they only got 2 wins, D. When I checked earlier. Yeah,
they ain't ever. Hey, my Hawks looking pretty decent.
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna bring them up a little later.
A tease. It's a tease. All right. It's not a taco.
It's not a burrito.
It's not a pizza.
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a panini. It's a wrap. That's funny. Last time we did it, I said taco twice.
Hey, we know it's not one of those. It's a wrap.
But it's a wrap.
But it's a wrap. We know.
It's a wrap for young Bronny James in the short term. The Lakers assigned his contract to the G League affiliate South Bay Lakers effective yesterday, which was the 7th of November. And his first game was to be played on the 9th, and the game is already sold out. So on Saturday the 9th,
yeah, I did see that.
yeah, they're already sold out because of
He
young Bronny.
good.
I'm happy for him. He's
Absolutely.
not getting any playing time, sitting on the bench and coming in and mop up time. Play every day or every few nights.
Right.
Play with some NBA caliber players who just hadn't got their shot yet or whatever the case may be. But yeah, just hone your skills and get better, and you're going to be able to come back. And it's still been historical so far. And like you mentioned, was that last week that he got his first points?
Yeah,
at Cleveland.
At Cleveland, and then
back at home. Yep.
Cleveland organization was nice enough to let him keep the net.
Oh, for real? That's awesome.
So they let him keep the net that he scored his first basket on. I think it's just good for him. I think they realized, saying LeBron and organization realized the best for you is just to go down, play with some hoopers, play with some young, hungry hoopers. Like you just said, hone your skills, master your skills, find out how to be a scorer in the NBA, because that's one of the biggest things: scoring, playing defense, and where you can fit and make an impact on a team. You're still young, so you still got a lot of development. Still, technically, you haven't even reached your grown man strength.
No.
Now, once you get to that 24, 25, 26, and you've been in that G League for a while developing, because you're not worried. You got money, so you don't have to worry about playing.
He still got his NIL money.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to worry about, like, I got to make it there. If you can just focus on, you get better every day. Yeah, like you just said, you'll be back in that organization for sure.
Yeah, he didn't have the normal NBA player when you're low on the totem pole headaches. I gotta make it because I gotta feed a family. Got married, or we just had a baby. He's got money.
You could just play.
And daddy's a billionaire. Did you call your dad?
Ronnie, did you call your dad?
You need a loan? You must have called dad.
Did you get? Are you starting in the G League?
You already used up all your NIL money.
Is he starting?
That part I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if you on the bench in the G League,
I got a feeling he'll start. I'm sure but you got players already there. But the season doesn't start till tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Yeah, or actually officially open today, which is the 8th. But their first game is tomorrow. So
I think it's good for him. He's going to develop as a hooper.
Even if he doesn't start, I'm sure he'll probably be in a rotation where he's off the bench quickly.
Contributor, and he's getting better, man. Honestly, you're very blessed in your situation, so fully take advantage. You got no pressure. You literally can just play basketball.
You can just play freely and get better. But right now, at the pro level, it's a wrap for young Bronny. But it's a wrap for you. It's a wrap.
Career.
All right. So, recapping Monday Night Football, man. The Chiefs and the Bucks went into overtime. That was a good game.
That was a real good game. It was a real good game.
After Baker led the Bucks all the way downfield to tie the game up, and I'm like, okay, if they win the coin toss, are they going to be able to go back down and score again? Kansas City won the coin toss.
They good.
And they marched right down the field and won the game. The Bucks never got to touch the ball. Right. I do wish they would change that rule like the playoffs. Once it's in overtime, both teams need to at least have one shot at touching the ball. I just think that should be – they got to change the rules for that. Because that's unfair. I get it. You lost the coin toss and you don't get a shot, but damn.
Because what is it in the playoffs? Because isn't it like both teams will be able to get the possession of the ball, but the first team to score a touchdown wins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that because it does have to be you do have to be a little cutthroat, but also fair to where if they score a field goal, you can come back.
Because the coin toss is just luck. There's no skill to you getting the coin toss right. So let us both at least get a chance to touch the ball. They score, they win. No. I thought even if they score, you still get a chance to answer.
Even if they score a touchdown, you still get a chance.
Yeah, you still get a chance to answer because that'd be similar to that Buffalo game where Buffalo never even got to touch the ball in overtime, and that's what changed the rule. But that was a good game by Baker Mayfield. Had a good game. Patty Mahomes 291 yards, 3 touchdowns. targeted Travis Kelce 14 times to get those 100 yards. But, man, they were tough yards. And then Kareem Hunt, he's just gotten back into that offensive flow.
He's not as explosive as he was when he first got on with them, because he used to break away with some yardage, but
he gashes you.
He's consistent 4.
He's gonna get you 3-4 yards a carry.
Consistent 5, consistent, and it's just consistent. And then around, it's just another threat. And then you got D-Hop, which you were about to get into. Man,
that is the acquisition of the so Derrick Henry was the acquisition of the offseason. D-Hop is the acquisition during the season.
That's what, and
he is the difference. He's the reason why they're probably going to win the Super Bowl.
That's why I said they're going to the Super Bowl. But adding D-Hop there,
and then watching how he performs and how he has that, you can just throw the ball up. He's going to get it. His height, his leverage, his hands. Yeah, they got the piece that they needed. They say Pacheco's going to come back eventually, so he'll add a nice spark to that running game.
Depth.
But the defenses was carrying them. Their offense hadn't even been playing all that great.
Right. The defense
it's the defense.
Spagnolia. You got Spagnolia. You got Andy Reid. They kept everything consistent. That's why I'm saying they're keeping everything consistent. The only thing, though, if that boy Patty gets hurt, it's a wrap.
And they can replace
everyone else. Even if Travis Kelce gets hurt, you can still put in a tight end just to do what
you got D-Hop.
That's what I'm saying. You still got enough weapons.
I forgot that tight end they have was 82. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
I think his last name is it Gray?
But when Patrick stumbled and he had to come out and he went into that little tent, everybody's heart stopped. Because that's not only the game, that's the season.
So for them, I mean, you got Carson Wentz. You're gonna try Carson Wentz out. He's not running that offense the same way as Patrick Mahomes.
Nowhere near.
And they say the foot or ankle, whatever it is still not all the way right.
Because he stepped on it and tweaked it, but it's...
And you got to remember, he tweaked it back in the playoffs a few years back.
It's that same one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see how it just buckled on him. Yeah. So it's not
It hasn't
strong
really
enough.
healed,
Yeah, those nerve endings are not strong enough to where he can, it's going to be re-aggravated every time just by little things. We'll see.
Thursday night football, as we mentioned earlier, 35-34, Ravens beat the Bengals.
Great game.
Joe Shiesty had another strong game, 428 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a loss. But that boy Lamar, 290 yards and 4 touchdowns. Derrick Henry wasn't as explosive as we've seen him, but he still was steady, though. And that's the thing. Jamar Chase, pay that man. Can the Bengals pay that man?
They're being so cheap, Bengals.
264 yards, 3 touchdowns.
What?
On 11 receptions.
You better pay him for somebody else pay him.
I hope he becomes a free agent.
That is a game changer.
Yes, he is. And the chemistry that they have.
Yeah. 3 touchdowns?
Yeah. And they still hadn't paid that man.
You better pay him and y'all need to protect Joe Burrow because he is still, again, that offensive line
getting just beat up and down. Yeah, I saw at least 3 to 4 sacks that he took. The offensive line is horrible. But he was killing them underneath. You notice that he was killing Baltimore. That's their weakness. If any team, if you want to beat Baltimore, just watch the tape of where Joe Burrow was putting his throws. He was killing them. It was like a 7-yard pass every time, right over the middle. That's all you got to do.
That's
7 yards in.
That's their weak spot in their zone.
Yep. And he was exploiting it to the T.
Man, to the T.
But another good win for the Ravens. You just got to tighten up that defense. So we move on to D. What is your NFL game of the week? I had one that we talked about on the Monday night wrap-up, which I'm still staying with, but I had a number 2. So I got Commanders and Steelers as number 1, and Tampa and San Francisco with CMC, Christian McCaffrey coming back. I got to be right at 12 o'clock. I got to be in my seat.
You
I
gotta
don't care
watch
what
that one.
else is happening in the world. I got to see CMC come back.
Yeah. No, definitely that Steelers and Commanders, because that's a true test for the Commanders to see if they really about that. That's gonna be and they're at home, but I think Steelers gonna have something to say about that.
That's gonna be a good
Also,
one.
another game of the week. I like that Texans and Lions. Texans are facing some injuries, but they do play comfortable at home. But Lions, I think it's gonna be a good game for the Lions too as well.
Mm-hmm. Another
So
good
yeah,
road test for
that's
them.
gonna be another good road test for the Lions. So yeah, between those two games, of course, Falcons and Saints. That's a trap game. Falcons, y'all, Raheem Morris. Do not overlook the Saints because it's in New Orleans. They already boosting up the interim head coach. They just fired Dennis Allen. It might give how teams when they fire a coach that they
You get
don't
that
like,
little bump, yeah,
you
for
get
at
that
least for a
bump. But
week or
just
two.
I'm gonna play for the interim coach because I want
Right.
watch. That's a trap game. We got to handle business. If we do, come on. Come on.
All right, son. There you go. Got your
That's
Falcons
the
gear on.
MGD apparel.
MGD apparel.
Hit us up.
This
Ooh.
one too. Yeah, this one. I forgot about this one.
MGD
49ers.
apparel.
MGD
Check out the
apparel.
Facebook. Check out the Instagram.
There you go. A little something on the side.
A little something on the
Jake
side.
Paul, Mike Tyson fight a
Is it
week
happening?
from tonight. It'll be as we record the card will be going on. So looking forward to that. My money's on Iron Mike.
It's almost like, dang, I don't even really want to watch it no more. I think the luster fell out.
Because it took him so long to get here.
It took so long, and you don't really. I don't even know if it's. Man, I hope it's for real. For real.
I hope it's for real. Well, Mike Tyson, I don't know.
Like I don't want it to end in a draw or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And then be like, oh, I went toe to toe.
And then they just start hugging yeah.
Right, like I went toe to toe with the greatest fighter, and we tied. Come on now.
Yeah. Please don't be that. Yeah, don't be that.
But also John Jones and Stipe fighting next week.
They are?
Let me just double check that because I saw a promo on ESPN.
Because I thought they weren't supposed to fight till December. Maybe it was December 15th, D.
It says Saturday, November 16th. UFC 309.
Really?
Yes.
How come they haven't been pumping that up more?
That's what I'm saying.
So that'll be the next night. So they're fighting Friday night.
Yeah, so that's the next night. So that's a jam-packed weekend. Because I saw it, and I'm like, why are they not pumping that up? But it says, don't miss out on UFC 309, John Jones versus Miocic in Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden. I saw it, I'm like, no way.
November 16th, 9 o'clock, the main
in Madison Square
the main
Garden.
card starts.
Mm-hmm. So I guess they got it together. I'm like, damn, I hope Miocic's been training.
He better hope he had. And I hope John Jones please bring your A game. Please, I don't want to see him get knocked the F out. Some weak stuff that he hadn't been training or. Yeah, we don't know what's going on with him ever since he took that little P test back in March.
There's a little blow.
What's going on? And then another little item for us, a little something on the side. I don't know if you saw this, but the St. Louis Cardinals announced that they have signed a multi-year deal with the Diamond Group and FanDuel's sports network, formerly Bally's. They were in limbo. They were one of the teams that didn't know if they were going to have a TV home, who they were going to be with. And that's one of the reasons that they're doing this overhaul and not spending a lot of money because they were unsure what the TV package was going to look like. Now they got the multi-year agreement that they were looking for, and they're going to bring a direct-to-consumer product streaming to play. So you'll be able to watch the Cardinals on any device as long as you got internet access. So that's different. And most teams are going to go to that where you have a streaming option for fans who live in Mexico, live in Alaska, live wherever. You should be able to watch the Cardinals and there won't be any blackouts, supposedly. We'll see if that comes. But that was a nice little release for them. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they know now what their TV package looks like. They know what the money looks like. And maybe this will encourage them to spend a little money this winter. But we shall see. Main thing is you can watch them anywhere, basically going forward. So, all right, son, you got a little juicy news for us?
I do got some juicy news.
Well, let me get out the cup and get the juice flowing.
The flow of the
Flow
juice.
of the juice. The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
Ooh. All right. It's time for that juicy news. Because if you don't know, now you know. Young brother. Young sister. Young player. Dwight Howard. P. Diddy. Porter. Family. Cheetah.
So for that juicy news, because if you don't know, now you know. I got a few little quick segments. First juicy news. Did you know Drake and DeMar DeRozan, the Sacramento Kings, faced the Toronto Raptors? Because, of course, DeMar DeRozan was actually friends. He's actually close friends with Drake. But the beef kind of started when Drake saw DeMar DeRozan in the They Not Like Us video. Because DeMar DeRozan, California native, LA native. It was shot in LA, so Kendrick Lamar brought all the LA people out, and it featured DeMar DeRozan in there. And of course, people who have lived under a rock, that's Kendrick Lamar and Drake were beefing, and that's pretty much the track that shut the whole beef down because Drake was not able to come back from that. So
I don't even listen to him to sing.
It's so
he
crazy.
He don't sound the same.
I don't really, and I was a Drake fan. You can tell, like, Drake through high school, college, Drake was popping, like. But I can't
I'm
even
not even feeling the songs anymore.
I don't even feel the songs. I can't even turn up like that no more because he's like, he a fan.
And what's his name was nominated several times for several Grammys today. Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah,
based off that song.
That song went global.
He's gonna win a couple. I think he's gonna win a couple.
But it was so the Sacramento Kings faced the Toronto Raptors. Drake was sitting courtside, and then the announcers brought him over, and he was on the announcing. Did DeMar DeRozan play for the Raptors?
He might have because
DeRozan played for the Raptors, right?
I think that was his first team, and he was traded to the Bulls.
Because it's him and Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike Lowry.
Yeah. So that's okay. That's where I'll stem because that's where the friendship occurred. That's where the betrayal happened because DeMar DeRozan used to play for the Raptors, and of course Drake has. Does he have an influence or stake? He's part of the organization.
Stake, yeah, some minority stake in the organization.
So they formed a bond, and he felt betrayed that he saw DeMar DeRozan, someone he used to consider a friend, in the video with Kendrick Lamar.
But is this his first time seeing him? Songs been out for hellas.
I guess it's the first time seeing him, but when they asked Drake if they put up a DeMar DeRozan banner up in the Toronto Raptors, he's like, "Oh, I will pull it down myself on some petty stuff." Oh wow! Yeah, he said that. He was really hurt. You know, Drake, he's sensitive anyway. Super sensitive. So wow, that's awesome. He a fan. So yeah, and then a reporter brought it to the attention to DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan, concert professional, he just brushed it off. It was like, hey, that's what he think. Good for him. And
right. He's not going to let that stay out there.
I'm not going to engage. DeMar DeRozan, he really from L.A. Like, Drake, he played tough. He act tough. You tougher because you around the people you associate. But, DeMar DeRozan really about that. He'll throw hands with you. But, yeah, that was some quick, juicy news. And also, another quick thing. Did you know L is expecting ex-wife of twins. Yeah. By the jiu-jitsu coach, by the personal trainer.
They're straight kicking it.
And she's in her 40s. Like, I'm sure she takes care of herself. But
he's taking care of her.
Man,
he took care of her.
Twins? So, yeah. That's just so crazy. It's dang. You think you can have 7 championships, but man, that shows that real life hits you quick.
Man.
Because your ex-wife stepped out with the jujitsu coach, and you think, okay, it would almost prefer to just be like a little fling. Okay, yeah, that was just a little
Well,
thing,
at least they got divorced, and then it's not like
but
she just had
damn,
him
having
while they were
twins. It
together.
has been 2 years,
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
but damn,
So
you having twins by him?
right. So instead of TB12, he needs some TB24, huh?
So it's just like, dang. I wonder how Tom Brady's feel. I guess it don't really matter. Like it's well and
They
done. I'm
said
sure
I think I read something where
he
he,
tweeted he
yeah,
made a not a post. He made some type of like post, not
kind of
addressing it, but
congratulating. Yeah.
yeah. But
Oh,
hey,
behind the scenes, he's hot.
it's hard. I guess it's hard not to be. Come on now. I don't know the disputes if it was just you go for another season, I'm leaving you, or if this was just leading up. Dang, you know who I was. You know I love football.
Man. Yeah,
The
that is
jiu-jitsu
tough.
coach. Like, dang,
You can't even do nothing about it.
you can't do it because
Get
he
your
gonna whoop
ass
your
beat
ass.
down.
To make it even worse, he's the coach of he coaches jujitsu.
Right.
He's teaching,
Trains, yeah.
he's training. Like he'll put
Shit,
jiu-jitsu.
Giselle right now might be able to since she was taking
Man,
lessons.
man.
Man, that's
Whew,
all
but that's your
bad.
juicy news. Yeah, that's all bad. That's your juicy news, though.
All right, pretty good. I like that. I like that. All right, son. Time for our pops, flops, and props. Time
Pops,
for
pops, and
those
props.
pops, flops, and props. Who you popping?
Big pops to the Atlanta Falcons, 6-3, baby. Top of the NFC South. We got a big game against the Saints. We beat them. We didn't beat the Bucks twice. Then we beat the Saints twice. Then we just gotta beat the Panthers one more time. So then we'll run the division, and they can't tell us nothing after that. So big pop.
All right, mine is going to go to the return of CMC, Christian McCaffrey.
CMC.
I just hope Kyle Shanahan doesn't get the urge to use him too much so they can go on their usual run. He needs to be healthy the rest of the year and into the playoffs. But, yeah, pops to CMC coming back. Who you flopping?
Flops is going to go to DJ Moore. Almost, he could have been you're a jackass. He was during that Arizona Cardinals game. Caleb Williams was scrambling, and then DJ Moore ran the route. I guess he thought at that moment in time, Caleb Williams should have thrown him the ball. He literally just walks off the field and just walks to the sideline and sits down while the play is still going.
Right. They
DJ
got
Moore,
some kind of beef going on. I'm not sure what it's all about.
Something's going on right there, but yeah, DJ Moore, that's a flop. Even if you got something going on, you can't show that type of thing.
Plus,
they
you
just paid
can't
you all
walk
this
off the
money.
field in the middle of a play.
It's the middle of the play.
So he needs to get suspended. They sat old boy down who was taunting the crowd. They sat him down for part of the was that first quarter, first half. I forgot how long they sat him down, and then they finally put him in the game. But yeah, you got to do the same thing to DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't show favoritism. Like he let the team down in that instance.
Yep.
Damn.
That's a flop.
That's a flop. I got so many. I want to say probably the Bengals defense was worse than the Ravens because you had a nice lead in that ball game.
21-7.
21-7. You look like you were on the way to just blowing them out and getting yourself back in the playoff race. You're done, son. Your season is over. It don't matter what kind of run you go on. You're done, son. So my flop is going to go to the Bengals defense that was sorrier than the Ravens defense.
I almost give it to the whole organization because you're not paying your receivers and you're not protecting your quarterback.
Not protecting your quarterback. You got a top rate, probably when it's over, if he keeps putting up numbers like he is, a Hall of Fame receiver, and you don't want to pay him. You want to stay stingy, and how long does Joe Burrow want to stay? I know he's got that contract, but he may ask for a trade. I don't even want to be here no more.
Organization.
Yeah, I don't want to be here. Who you propping, son? Who you propping?
Props is going to go to Zachary Researcher. He's the French player for the Atlanta Hawks. We took him number 1. I can't say his name. Sorry, brother. Vous voulez français. He had 33 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks the other night against the Knicks. And they're actually meshing really well. Him, Trae Young, Jalen Johnson. If they can get some experience, just some more reps in, I think they can knock on a few doors. I don't see nothing as far as crazy as championship or nothing like that, but the way they're playing, it's good to see the emergence of the number one pick, especially coming out of France. He got a little game on him, so it was good to see. So that's my props.
All right. My props go to the passing of Amendment 2, barely.
Yeah,
But
barely.
sports betting is coming to Missouri.
Let's
Of course,
go.
the state's last to the party once again, but it's not too late. And
Last to the
yeah, they
party.
got it. So we can be at some point real soon just placing a wager on our favorite game before, halftime, anything, whatever the prop bet might be.
Yeah, last week when you called the Panthers Saints, now the people, you put a little 5 on that. They were
Right.
underdog. That turned to a little 25.
And see, now you can do it in game.
While it's
happening, you can place bets. That's crazy.
I think the Ravens gonna come back second half.
Right. Ooh. Right. Or Joe Shiesty is gonna throw another touchdown.
Right.
Anything. Yeah. So congratulations, props to sports betting coming to Missouri. All right, son, it's time for us to tell someone to sit
your
ass
down.
Man, sit your ass down. Please. And thank you.
Thank you.
Who you telling?
Sit your ass down is going to go to former New Orleans coach Dennis Allen. They told him to sit his ass down after just having a bad season. I think they sitting at 2-7,
2-6, 2-7 after they started 3-0.
I think they started 2-0.
Maybe it's 2-0. Yeah, because they only got 2 wins. My bad.
Yeah, and they lost every single week since. So sorry, CC, but
some of the games they haven't even been in.
None of them. So sit your ass down to Dennis Allen.
All right. Mine is going to go to injured quarterbacks, plural. Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa, Trevor Lawrence, Andy Dalton, and any other quarterback that I might have missed, because each one of your teams has only won 2 games, and going into week 10, you're pretty much out of it. You're done, son.
You're done.
So there's no reason to come back. So sit your ass down, get healthy, and get ready to come back for 2025. You don't want to risk any further injury, especially Tua. You definitely need to sit down. You need to sit down forever, though.
Please sit your ass down.
Please sit your ass down. All right, son, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having a good time.
Having a great time, great convo, a lot of good content, and some new segments in the mix.
Right.
And we thank you all for listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No Diddy.
No Diddy. D, man, tell them.
Man, but until next time.
What?
I'm going to holler.